Hi guys. In these times of rapid change and rampant fear and uncertainty, our yoga practice becomes really somewhat of a haven that it's always meant to be. And I just want to keep assuring you and reiterating that the inner practices cultivated by our consistent yoga practice are meant to do this, to help us to navigate uncertainty and to navigate with grace through very, very uncertain times. And the number one tool that we have is not just yogis, but as humans, is our breath. So I'm going to remind you as we practice today, and we do some fun transitions that train us to transition gracefully through trying times. Keep breathing, keep breathing. So let's begin. Come onto your mat. Find a comfortable seat, either cross legs or sitting up on the heels as I am, if that's comfortable for your knees. And close your eyes and sit tall and start to find the rhythm of your breath. So deep inhales and exhales in and out of the nose. So one of the positives that we do have is the ability to get outside. Even if we're isolating and quarantining, we can actually be outside, which is amazingly healing to be in nature. Take a breath in and just circle your arms up wherever you are. And exhale and turn to the right, nice and easy. Inhale, reach back up through center. And exhale and turn to the left. Again, nice and easy. Spine is tall, low belly is in. Inhale, back up through center. Exhale, bend up and over to the right side. Inhale, back up through center once again, and exhale up and over to the left. So we're just reaching through all of the external tensions we have in the physical body right now. Breathe in, interlace the fingers, flip the palms. And as you exhale, clasp your hands behind your back. Inhale, open your heart. So rather than feeling protective or collapsed, let's open up. Good. Take another breath in. And exhale, right to hands and knees. Inhale, lift through the heart and lengthen through the front body. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift your hips up and back, downward facing. Sink your right heel and press into your left hand. And then sink your left heel and press into your right hand. Now sink both heels down. Let your head and neck dangle freely. Scoop your low belly, and on a big breath in, come to your tiptoes, lifting your hips. Exhale, lower your knees. Inhale, cow pose. Slide the heart forward, lift the chin, tuck the toes. Exhale, back to downward facing. Spill your hips up and back and sink the heels. Inhale, lift the hips again. Come to tiptoes. Exhale, lower your knees. Inhale, slide the heart forward, lift the chin, tuck the toes. Exhale, back to downward facing. And one more time, inhale and lift your hips, come to your tiptoes. Exhale, lower your knees. Inhale, cow pose, slide your heart forward, tuck the toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Relax your head and neck. Breathe deeply through your nose, face is soft. Bring your feet together, and on an inhale, pick your right leg up and back. Exhale, bend that knee, roll open, stack the hips. Take a big breath in. Exhale, draw your knee in toward your navel, and inhale, big circle open through that right hip. Exhale, knee to navel. Inhale, big circle open. Exhale, one more time, knee to navel. Inhale, big circle open. Exhale, step the right foot all the way up. Lower your back knee and point the toes. And inhale, come up into the crescent pose, Anjaneyasana, with the fingers interlaced behind your back. So crescent is a heart opener. Also stretching the wrists and the shoulders. Anchor through the top of the back foot, four corners of the right foot. Root your tailbone energetically and lift the bottom of your rib cage away from your pelvis. Take another big breath in. Exhale, release that clasp. Bring the fingertips to the floor either side of the right foot and tuck the back toes. Now slide your hips back and fold over your right leg. Low belly drawn in. Nice stretch across the low back. Very good. Now inhale, bend that knee, shift forward. Lift the back knee up off of the floor. Stay on the fingertips. And inhale, pulse up through your hips. And as you exhale, root down, bend the right knee, lift through the back of the left one, slide your heart forward, stick your tongue out and take a lion's breath. So let's do that. Inhale, pulse up through the hips, and exhale, a lion's breath. Look up to your third eye. Inhale, pulse up through the hips. Exhale again, a lion's. One more time, inhale, pulse up through the hips. And exhale, a lion's. So lion's breath alleviates tension and it brings a smile to our faces because it looks silly, but it feels amazing. Plant your hands, push the floor and pull up through the core, and then pick the right leg up, step it back to plank, upper push-up. Plank is empowering. So imagine that you were standing on your feet in mountain pose and you just fell forward onto your hands. Everything's strong and activated, belly lifted. Take another breath in. Exhale, lower your knees, point the toes, and little shift forward into the heart as you draw the collarbone back and lower down. Elbows in close. Now slide the shoulder blades down. Inhale, curl up. Cobra, mind your low back as you do. Exhale, lay the chest down. Tuck your toes under, tuck your tail. Inhale, press to come up to hands and knees. Exhale, downward facing. Now check in with that breath. Bring your feet together. Inhale, pick the left leg up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, roll open, stack the hips. So pelvis turns to the left, shoulder girdle faces the floor. Take another breath in. Exhale, knee to navel. Inhale, big circle open. Good, feels so good through those hips. Exhale, draw the knee in. Inhale again, big circle. Exhale, draw the knee in once more. Inhale, big circle. Good. Exhale, step the left foot all the way up. Lower the back knee, point the toes. Anchor the tail, come up and clasp your hands behind you. Breathe in, open your heart. Lift the bottom of the rib cage away from the pelvis. Tone the pelvic floor. Spread your toes on your mat. Press into the four corners of the front foot and top of the back. And then take another breath in. So back bends, really open up the thoracic region so we can breathe more fully. As you exhale, fingertips down either side of left foot. Tuck the back toes. Slide the hips back, fold over the left leg. Breathe into your low back. Pull your low belly in. Now reaching through the heart over that shin. Next breath in, bend the left knee, shift forward, stay on the fingertips. Back toes are tucked, so lift that back knee up, and let's do 3 more sets of lions. Ready? Take a breath in, pulse up through the hips. Exhale, a lions. Inhale, pulse up through the hips. Exhale, a lions. One more time, inhale, pulse up. Exhale, a lions. Plant your hands, push the floor, lift up through the core, step back to plank, upper push up. Draw the collarbone back, lift the inner thighs, draw the navel in at the front ribs. Spread your fingers and tiger claw your fingertips. Good. Now lower your knees, point your toes, shift the heart forward, and draw the collarbone back. Then lower down slow. So the shoulder girdle is depressed. It's sliding down. Good. All the way to the ground. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. Inhale, cobra. Feel free to come up higher if your low back allows you to comfortably. Active legs. Exhale, lay the chest down.
Tuck your toes under, tuck your tailbone, navel in, inhale, press to come up. Now keep those shoulder heads plugged in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. How's your breathing? Make sure you're breathing really, really deeply, everyone. Now bring the feet together once again. And on an inhale, pick that right leg up and back. Exhale, bring the knee in toward the navel or the chest or the chin. Push the floor away, pull the belly in. Inhale, stretch up and back again. Exhale, step that right foot all the way up. Lower the back knee, point the toes back. Inhale, crescent arms reach up this time. Exhale, bend your elbows, circle around your shoulders. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fingertips to the floor, other side of the right foot. Tuck the back toes, shift back and fold. Good. Now here's a fun transition, so just play along. Inhale, bend the right knee, lift the back knee up, and then bring the left knee in toward the navel. Slide that left leg forward into a pistol squat. And take a hold with the right hand. If you need to keep both hands down, that's perfectly fine. Maybe both hands. Let's see if I can balance on this grass, this uneven ground. You might fold out and over that left leg, pull low belly in. Good. Now bring the fingertips to the floor. Start to push the floor away. Pull up through the core and see if you can lift that left leg without the foot reaching the floor. Reach it up to the sky, standing splits. Very nice. Deep breathing. Feel the strength of your glutes. Low belly is in. Take another breath in. Exhale, step that left foot way back. And then start to walk your hands around to the left side, turning the left toes out, bending the left knee. Skandasana. Breathing. So when we have our mind on our breath and what we're experiencing in our physical body, it focuses us internally and off of external distraction. Now turn around to the back of your mat. Come off the back leg completely as you plant the right hand kitty corner to the left big toe. And inhale, Ardha Chandrasana, or Parivrtta Ardha Chandrasana, the revolving version. Take another breath in, radiate through all of your limbs. Really roll your heart open, pivot the rib cage. Exhale, another fun transition. Right knee down to the outside of the left foot. Sit all the way onto your right hip. Turn to the left and bring your left hand behind you. Stretch your right arm to the sky. And exhale, hook the right elbow to the outside of the left knee for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Breathe in, lengthen the spine, and exhale and rotate. Breathing deeply the entire time. Low belly in. Now inhale, unwind to the back of your mat. Plant your hands. Step your right foot way back and heel toe your left foot behind your right wrist. Anchor the outer edge of the left shin, flexing the ankle. Lower the right knee down behind and inhale, lift through the heart. Lengthen the spine. And exhale and fold forward to your own degree. And settle into pigeon pose, everybody. Now, if pigeon is uncomfortable for you in terms of tension that you feel in the knee or even knee pain, then simply roll all the way onto the left hip. Let this right hip rotate externally a little bit and come into deer pose. So it's always an option. Leaves the knee out of it. Otherwise, you're leveling the right hip bone to the left sitting bone more or less, rotating the right hip internally, and sliding that right leg back as far as you comfortably can. And feeling a little bit of friction in that left hip. Good. Now bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Either plant the hands flat if you can keep the forearms parallel, or clasp the hands. Tuck the back toes, lift that knee. Forearm plank, everybody. Breathe. If there's a posture that'll get you breathing, it's this one. Tail tucked, navel in, collarbone broad. Deep breathing. Internal strength. Now drop your head, walk your feet in, dolphin. It's down dog on your elbows. Squeeze the elbows toward each other, and the shoulders will rotate open. Again, if you need to clasp the hands, please do. Good. Now, press your palms flat. Straighten your arms simultaneously if you can. Let's do the second side. Feet together. Inhale, left leg lifts this time. Exhale, draw the knee in, squeeze. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, step it all the way up. Lower the back, knee, point the toes. Inhale all the way up into the crescent pose on Janayasana. Exhale, bend the elbows, circle around the shoulders. Inhale, reach the arms. Oh, feels so good. Exhale, fingertips down. Tuck the back toes, slide your hips back, fold over your left leg. Flex that left ankle. Good. Now, fun transition. Inhale, bend that left knee. Lift the back knee up. Draw the right knee in toward the navel, and then slide your right leg forward and take a hold with your left hand if you can. Now again, if you need to keep both hands down, that's fine. Maybe you take a hold with both hands. Here we go. See if I can balance on this uneven terrain. Deep breathing. Your pelvis is your center of gravity, everybody, so be aware of where it is. Pelvic floor is toned, low belly is drawn in. Now another fun transition, fingertips down, pull the belly back, lift up strong left leg, pull the head of the right femur bone into the hip socket, and lift that right leg up to the sky, standing splits. Stretch through your leg bones. Drop your head and you just lift your right leg up in any amount, whatever feels good. Strong gluteals. Take a breath in. Exhale, step that right foot way back. Now walk your hands around to the right, turn the right foot out and into the right hip. Skandasana. I'm breathing. Keep your breath. Feel a stretch in the back of the left leg, hip of the right leg, nice and flexed. Good. Now pivot around to the front of your mat. And then coming off of the left leg, plant the left hand kitty corner to the big toe of the right foot. And inhale, Parivrtta, Ardha Chandrasana, revolving half moon. Pivot your rib cage around the spinal axis. Radiate through your legs. Flex the left ankle. Take another big inhale, stretch an inch into the top hand. And then exhale and lower that left knee down the outside of the right foot. Sit on the left hip this time and turn to the right. Ardha Matsyendrasana. Plant your right hand, stretch your left arm to the sky, and then hook the elbow to the outside of the right knee. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale and spin. So this posture not only wringing out the spine, squeezing inner organs, but also stretching into the gluteals and the piriformis, places where we tend to get really tight. So especially if you're out walking a lot, which is wonderful, we need to stretch here through the sides of the hips when we're done walking. Take a breath in, unwind to the front, fingertips to the floor, stepping that left foot way back, heel toe the right foot behind the left wrist this time, anchor the outer edge of the right shin, lower the back knee, rotate that left hip in, and inhale, lift through the heart. And exhale, pigeon pose. Breathe really deeply. Now bring your elbows under your shoulders. Tuck your back toes, lift that knee. Step back to the forearm plank, everybody. Breathe. That's it. Now walk the feet in, drop the head, come right into dolphin. Take another breath in. Exhale, lower the knees. Slide your arms all the way back and rest in embryo pose. Notice your breath, everyone. Very, very slowly. Come up to seated where we began. Hands on your knees, close your eyes, and you take as long as you need for your heart rate to come back to nature's pace, for your breath rhythm to come back to nature's pace, and for you to feel centered, calm, empowered. This practice is training for living, everyone, and all the tools that you need, you already possess inside. It begins with the breath. Thank you for joining me on this day 4 of social distancing and self-quarantining. We will be here with you each and every day. Much peace, many blessings, every step along your way. Namaste.